When my mom came out of her cesarean delivery of me, she was still kind of sedated, and she asked the nurse, oh, is it a boy? And the nurse said, yes. And then my mom asked, does he have any hair? And the nurse said, oh, I don't really know. I guess she was preoccupied with some of my other features, huh? You know, being born without arms and legs really could have shattered my life. It would have been a great excuse for me not to try, not to excel. But lucky for me, right from the beginning, my parents treated me as if I would succeed. They treated me, I'll say, like a normal child. One of the hardest obstacles that I've had to overcome in my life, though, was learning how to get dressed. In the summer of before grade 9, before high school, I just decided, you know what, it's time for me to get this handled. I'm gonna learn how to dress myself. So my mom and dad, we sat down together. Luckily, my mom, she alters a lot of my clothing for me. She makes the sleeves shorter. And so she's an excellent seamstress, and my dad is a carpenter. So we sat down and we brainstormed a couple ways. After trying a couple different things, my mom and dad and I, we decided to try sewing the elastic straps onto my pants. And so on all my pants, I just have some black elastic. They look kind of like suspenders, and I just use them to pull my pants up. Carlos and I are gonna make split pea soup for his mom, myself, and him to eat. Crock-pot is how I do a lot of my cooking. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some bouillon, right? Grocery shopping is pretty tough because I have to ask the people who are working there to help me, and the challenge of it is just getting up the nerve to ask the person to help. They always want to. It's just overcoming my own, I don't really want to do it, right? I know that I have a really busy life, and I guess I'm hesitant to ask people to take time out of their own busy schedules to help me. I think we all are super busy, but when I give motivational talks at schools, I always ask the students, who here has ever asked for help? And everyone puts their hand up. And I say, and who here has ever helped someone? And everyone puts their hand up too. And it's such a cool thing to do in a gym full of people because it's just such an electric feeling, and you always know that if you really need help, someone's gonna be there to help you. You know, it's amazing what I can do on a computer, though. Really is a great equalizer. It puts me on the same playing field as everyone else. I have a program, it's speech recognition technology, where I can just talk and it shows up on the computer, which is really helpful. And I can also type a little bit with my arms. I just type like this when I need to do something. So it's, you know, two-fingered typing, essentially. But it gets the job done. In Ontario, I went to school, so I did a double major in political science and French, and I graduated from there. I met my amazing girlfriend, Dahlia, and we dated for about a year, long distance. And then I decided to make the move out to Vancouver after I was finished my schooling in Ontario. And since then, I've applied to law school here, and I've been accepted to UBC. I'm really excited to continue learning and hopefully make an impact in the world. It's ironic because all throughout school, elementary school and high school, my teachers always told me that I had the best handwriting in the class. I also am an athlete. I'm an international athlete, so I compete on the national bocce team. And sport has given me many opportunities off of the field of play as well. So I was elected as the chair of the Canadian Paralympic Committee Athletes Council. And that gives me a chance to network with athletes all across the country. I know that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to, and my biggest fear, honestly, is that I won't set my goals high enough and that I won't achieve what I truly am capable of. A lot of people might see my life as overcoming insurmountable obstacles or being some kind of hero, but the reality is that I just do what I need to do in order to accomplish my goals, in order to live my life to the fullest. I do what I have to do. One of the reasons that I moved to Vancouver from my birthplace in Sarnia, Ontario was because of the accessibility here. And what that means is that 100% of the public transportation network is accessible to someone in a wheelchair.
Thanks so much.
Coming to Vancouver, where I can just be completely free to use everything that anyone else can, it's amazing. And I really like to remind myself to not take that for granted. It doesn't affect me negatively when people are staring, no, not at all. And kids will run up and say, "Whoa, what happened?" And a lot of times, parents will be with them and they'll say, "Hey, shh, shh," and grab them and pull them back. And you know what? No, just let them do that because they're in awe and they're curious. And I say, "Oh, I was born without arms and legs. This is how I came out of my mom." Cool, is what they'll say. It's not negative in any way. There's no sense in not talking about who I am, because I'm very proud of who I am. I'm so lucky that I wasn't overprotected and that I wasn't coddled. I was supported, and I was pushed to excel. I've made the conscious decision to put myself in an environment where I will excel. So I chose to become an international athlete. I chose to go to university, and I'm choosing to become a lawyer, a very competitive and adversarial profession. For me, what I do is normal, and it's who I am, and it's what I do every single day. I get up, I get dressed, I eat, I work, I play, and I have a blast doing it, and then I go to sleep and I do it again the next day. And that's really what life is. I have so many opportunities in my life, but what I've learned is that having the ability to create your own opportunities, that's really what living is.